Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. To our beautiful little town here, which I haven't named still, and I'm gonna go and make a little name for it. Gardavania. Now, this is a name that I used as a child. I created this as a fictional world in my brain as a child, and I thought, well, I've never named it, or named one of my cities Gardavania, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go here and make a nice little intricate decoration for their flag. Alright, I think that's the best I'm gonna get here. We got a little flower. That's what I was trying to go for here. And you're gonna go for like a yellowish. I think you need green. And a little bit of red, yeah. Go for something like that. Alright, there we go. That's nice, that's nice. Now we change the background a little bit, the texture. Like that. Gardavania. Here we are. Now, after that, with that out of the way, here we are in our beautiful little city. And somebody in the comments, Purple Goo, he's a new tuber, content creator in the Song 6 world, so go check him out. He asked me, what exactly am I doing in my city? And to which I replied, it's just gonna be a multiracial city, that's all. Just trying to see if I can manage all these people. It's like, what if God said, we're gonna put all these stinky people together and see how they do? And that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen right here, right now, in this series. And currently, as you can tell, we've got some Tilapia, we've got some Garthimes. We're gonna get an Amebian. I want to get that because I was thinking about it. He shouldn't be too hard. We're just gonna make a road all the way down. So this is the cobblestone road. The Garthimes don't like it, but the actual Tilapias and them use this, so we should use this one instead. I think I had used that on the other area over there with the oops, no, I want to convert. We're trying to turn this into road for these guys over here so they're happy. I had turned this into the wrong road in the last one here. We needed to put fungus road like that. Give them a little fungus road. And then there should be the paved road for the humans. And then I thought there was another one for the Amebians. I think theirs is just specifically the bricked road. You get that later on. So that's fine. We'll build a actual regular road. Managing all the roads is going to be kind of annoying, but it will help me keep track of who's who and where they are. So let's get that going. That's only 150 tiles, I think it said. 150 tiles. That's not bad. So the Amebians will live, on average, about 150 tiles away from the humans and everyone else they dislike. And we'll put them in a longhouse out here. In the mud. The mud longhouse. Alright, let's put this into full speed. And ideally, we're gonna grab 2 more humans. Our food situation looks pretty dire right now. So we're doing our harvest, which is good. I want to move our Kryptonians to this half of the town. I think. No, I think they're going to be the border between the Tilapia and everyone else. So we're going to have this right there. Oops. Do that like that. And then put that. So they're going to live here. The Kryptonians will live here. I'm going to move this mass grave. Before it gets people in there. And we'll probably just tuck it back over here. Just make sure there's space for everyone who dies. And this area is degrading, so we're going to need a janitor. Yep, I do have a janitor that I can copy. Make him wooden. Oh, that's annoying. Here, we'll do this. Something like that. Perfect, perfect. I'm having a great time so far, though. I really do like this challenge. It's not a challenge, really, but it will become one. Just managing all of them, but primarily our only focus is humans. So if the humans are happy, we're happy. And that's all that matters. And we have a fair amount more tech that can come in. So we're also going to build a fishery. Oh, that's some serious deep water right there. Well, that stinks. We have very bad fishing. So we may not have as many Emevians as I had planned. But we will have some. As long as I have some, I'm happy. And we'll probably have this whole coastline finished with workers. Because even though we will get regions, I plan to still keep them. Like in my past series, I've just removed the species if they were not valuable to it. Not to the cause, I should say. And in this one, it's going to be very different. I'm going to keep them all. And I'm going to try to breed them if necessary, or, you know, keep them going if possible. We're gonna try to keep all of the races that are valuable to our city. This obviously makes the Emevians less valuable because, for example, there's so much shit over here. Why? I'm trying to find a spot for the storage to go, but there's really no spot. Let's put it here. Oh, part of it is cut off. Is it? Oh, yes, it is. I was like, what the heck? There should be they should be able to go there. So I think I can put it right back over here. Put the storage building like that. And then we could just put a little... Dang, you don't even need anything here. So let's do that. Let's take away all of this because we need the space for pumps, future pumps, and other things. Farming. I wish that the Emevians didn't hate Kryptonians. I don't know why they do, but they do. So, that's just something we're going to have to deal with as well. And, matter of fact, because that is some good fishing area. It's too long that way. Let's take it back a little bit. We want to go this way. We want some of that fishing area. There we go. So 12 fishermen are going to be working in here. Let's get that going. Give them a job they like to do. And let's put some roads in. This gentleman. Alright. Gonna make this house for the Kryptonian. And then we're going to move our grain farms down here. I think I want them to be like kind of back here. There's gonna be houses, so put that there. Put another farm right there. Awesome, we've got spare apples. Or fruit, I should say. Alright, let's clear some of these trees, get some more wood. Take that house away. Give him another hearth over here. Always better to go big. More is better in this case. Alright, here we are. Finished at last, finally. It's taken me a whole day. Not to do all this. I've been busy with other people in the background, my girlfriend and so forth. But I've come back after some time. I've spent a good chunk of time getting the city nice. I wanted it to look nice. I know in the first episode I said it's going to be function over form. And then I realized, who am I to say that? I'm going to make it look beautiful. I don't care. So, let's go over what we've got going here. And I have a few things I got to fix over here as well. Like, primarily, a road needs to go from here to here. And I also saw a man, a Nemevian here, working as a grain farmer. No, you shouldn't be doing that. No, you shouldn't be doing that. That's a bad idea. We're going to put you over here. We have a lot of stuff to go over, so I'm going to start with, I guess we'll go with the tilapis since they're at the bottom. We'll go tilapis up. So we've got the tilapis up, and it's pretty simple. Tilapis, they're working in the pastures. We have auric pasture, and we have an entledome pasture. This produces a good amount of meat, and this one produces a good amount of leather. Not enough, but decent amount for now. And we're going to keep expanding these. There were more of them all over here, but I took them out because I wanted to be able to keep track better of my population. You see, we got 24. There's 12, and there's 12 right there. Perfect. And we have their houses over here. We're going to try to arrange them a little bit more over here. In the next episode, when I get some time, I've pretty much exhausted all my ability for Song of Six today, but I've spent a good amount of time getting these guys organized. It's very challenging to get them to do the jobs you want them to do. For example, you could see, no, she's just grabbing stuff for the stockpile. It's good. She's a herder still. But some of them, they don't want to do their job. Oh, it looks like we got a bunch of stinky Cretonian retirees, too. That's part of the reason why we seem to have a labor shortage as well, as the labor is all retiring. So the reason why I went to get 25 each is that we can actually get the breeding option for all of them. So we can procreate on all of these creatures here. And we're going to need a lot of food in order to do that. But I think if we were to get small ones, small procreation buildings, at least 5 or 10, and do that way, and get them going that way, it's going to be a lot easier. So we're going to do that. Or at least that's my plan. 10 or 5 different babies being born at a time. Especially with the Garthami, I don't need that many being born. Tilapi will have like 8. So on and so forth. Depending on the species, we'll have more or less. We also have the boyer over here. And mind you, we have every single creature or person in this city is being trained except for spare humans, which I will get them trained up in due time. But we need to get our food stockpile a little bit better and a few other things before I focus on military, especially with a decent military like we have now. It's not bad. We have a lot of troops, and they're not bad trained, and they have weapons and equipment. So we have archers, we also have guys with flanks, and we have people who are going to have warhammers, and they're all equipped with leather armor. And these guys over here at the boyer are making the bows for the tilapis. And we have an archery range for them to train over here. Small one, just big enough for the tilapi groups to train. We don't really have a lot of tilapis, so it's okay. And they're the only ones who are shooting. They're the only ones who can have range for now. Later on, we may have more. Let's move on to the next area here. We have the Emevians. So the Emevians, as you can see, these guys, as they go up, are a little bit harder. And then these 3 guys, they're perfectly fine. They like each other, so they don't really have anything to complain about, but these dudes, they seem to have a little bit of an issue sometimes here and there. But that's okay. So long as we can deal with them slightly. I think the issue for these guys, they just don't have a distribution center for the, what is it called? The market. So if we could put a market in here, that would probably help out a lot. But we have them working as fishers. We have 12 of them there, and we have 10 of them here. So that should be, yep, 22. And then whoever else, spare worker, is just working wherever. I think probably going to be doing a training or recruit or something like that. Sometimes they're a janitor. Nope, he's just an odd jobber. I Ideally wish that I could set them, and this is going to be easier in V.67, I think, to set them to an area. So, for example, we'll say this guy, he's going to be specifically a working class citizen in this area. He's going to be a plumber living here. I'm going to set that. Like, I hope that's what Jake is doing for V.67. If not, that's fine. We can still manage. So, we've got that going, and most of the people who are doing the services are humans, but they're fairly happy, so that's perfectly fine. We're going up to the next one, which is the Garthimes. So we're going to scroll all the way over here. Garthimes are our primary ore miners here. So they really like ore mining, and they're producing a fair amount of ore. And speaking of which, this is another thing I needed to do, was put their little house in here for them, because we need more space for these guys to work in over here. We've got a food stall, we've got a little stage, we've got a nice shrine, speaker, all of the things that they could potentially need in here, but we definitely need to expand this out more. This is just the starter for now, because when I was building it, the Garthimes just had a lot of problems. They were not happy at all, and we put a lavatory in here just because, a little warehouse and a janitor to keep it up. We got our Dundarians, so the Dundarian Street, basically the backbone, the crucial backbone of our society here. They produce all of the goods. They produce the metal, they produce the furniture, they are cutting stone like crazy, they are producing tools, they got warhammers, flanks. They're not doing bows, but they are making leather armor, and they are also making clothing. So they're doing a lot, as well as some of them are working as bakers. Not a lot of them, but a few of them are working as bakers. Then we also have the Garthimi Corner here. They just kind of exist in this area. For now, I think I'll probably move them, because you can see, for some reason, like, those Garthimes are grain farmers. I don't know why it keeps, like, defaulting these characters to be grain farmers. What the heck? Let's go in here. It should be 23. So we have 25, 2, 2, 2, 2. That's 8. 16. Theoretically, the Kryptonians should be only working here. Okay, well that looks like that fixed our problem right there. I don't know what they were doing. They were working some other job that shouldn't have been the case. But now we've got that fixed. The Kryptonians are working in the farms. And we've got the Dodarians over here with their own little food stall market, because they're more valuable than the other races. We've got speakers, and that's true, actually. That sounds fucked up, but they're actually way more valuable than any of the other guys. And they're producing the furniture through here. They've got the tailor here for producing clothes, and I actually should put more holes for doors in here, because the more noise, the better. Basically, the Dondarians love noise. So you want them to hear noise wherever they go, constantly just getting blasted. They basically are like dubstep listeners, and they just can't stop listening to that wub wub, and they love it. And here we are, though, with the last but not least before the humans, the Kryptonians. They're kind of tucked in here. They're all mixed about. There's some Kryptonians here, there's some Kryptonians here, and there's some here. There's different amounts of houses, but I tried to have at least 30 for each in their zone, and then we have 50 over here for trainees in case we need them. The Kryptonians basically just do what they are supposed to do, which is farm. They are working at the 2 grain farms here, and speaking of which, we are going to reseed this to herbs, and I'll order the extra herbs right now so that I don't forget. Oops. We need to go in here, just type it in for 35. And sure, we'll pay you 2,000 for that, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very kindly. And so they're going to send us 2,000 herbs, or 2,000 herbs. 35 herbs for the 2,000 we just sent them, and then we're going to turn this into an herb farm, start selling that. And the Kryptonians will be working that, of course. And we have them working here as well. We'll give them a few more slots to work at, just so that we fill it out. And then the final people, of course, our primary race is the humans. And as you can see, they've got this nice spread out design here with the long houses, with the distance between them, because they like open space. They also like less urbanization. So I tried to maximize their happiness in that regard. They also have the best access to food stalls, markets, as well as stockades, fight pits, shrines, etc., etc. They have all of the good stuff. I spare no expense for the humans because they are my babies, and we have our throne room right next to them because if anything goes down, it's going to happen right here, and we're all going to fight and die in this little area. But that's unlikely because I don't plan to fight in the city, not yet. And I think that's about it. I have this little area here, which I'm pretty proud of too, but sad that it kind of doesn't work the way I want it to. It should be for specifically recruits, but they just do whatever. So whoever wants to work and live in this area can, and basically will. And that's how I have that set. And I'm probably going to do something like put more houses along the side here like this. Tuck them in, or maybe even in a house like this or something like that. Who knows? Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I have so much more to do though. We've only reached 218. I stopped it before we hit the next title because that's going to be a difficult one. Oh wait, never mind. This title, 300. This Legati title is going to be way more difficult because I'm going to have to start dealing with law and all kinds of criminals, etc. But I think I can do it, especially with how we're doing so far. The Garthimes, being the bastards that they are, I think will be the easiest to reproduce because we're just going to build the procreation building like right in here. And they'll be producing more and more Garthimes, and they'll be fed from here. So it'll be pretty simple for them to just keep coming in. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.